Okay, we are absolutely rolling. I'm going to keep this fast because our live event starts in 20 minutes and I still got to upload this bad boy to YouTube, but that's how I roll. That's the beauty of coaching. You could do what you want when you want and you create your day and you run your business the way you want to do it. So I am procrastinating and I don't want to do it that way, but that's the way it happened. When you have kids and you have obligations and you have things rolling, sometimes you just realize, holy shit, it's the last minute and I got some things to do. So here I am. I'm going to talk fast and I'm going to keep it to the point because I tend to ramble on and get off the point, and my girls will smack me around if I don't keep this bus moving forward. So first and foremost, thank you for sticking around. I hope you're sucking in a plethora of information from my gals. We're telling all. The ladies are sharing the goods. I love that. I love these ladies, and I'm going to introduce myself, give you a brief little synopsis of what my day used to look like pre-coaching and what it looks like now. A day in the life of a coach. What the hell do we do? How do we structure our day? You've learned a plethora of stuff, but I want to really maybe give you a comparison. How about that? What it looked like before as to what it looked like now. So, I am Shelly Nottingham Herodias. I've been a coach for coming up on 3 years, which the time has just blown by, and that's something I want to talk about later is time and what your 3-year plan looks like where you're sitting now versus if you actually took this opportunity and made something of it. There was a really amazing quote that I love that says, if you truly want to create freedom, and I might chop this up and mess it up, but if you truly want to have freedom, you have to make a job, not take a job. Holy shit, I was like, eureka, that is so true. So, even though I've been coaching 3 years, I didn't really realize that there was an opportunity until about maybe 6 months into it. I was successful early on as a coach because I helped other people early on as a coach, but I didn't view this as a business. So you guys are ahead of the 8 ball because it took me a while to realize, wow, if I actually set goals and treated this like my baby, like my business, this could be something really big. And even though those 6 months, I was still really helping people and it was my hobby. That's another thing about this business. There's no right and wrong. You could be a discount coach like I was that just wants to save some money on your Shakeology. You could be a hobby coach that, hey, maybe if your sister or your mom wants to join, you'll help them out. Or you could be an all-in, full-fledged CEO, entrepreneur, business-minded, structured coach, which I've grown to be. And I love that about this business, that everybody matters and there's no right and there's no wrong. And we're going to give you the tools to go as fast or slow as you want. So my story, I was post C-section number 3. I was National Geographic status. I was just having babies back to back. I had one on the boob, one in the belly. I lost myself in motherhood and in pregnancies and in being a wife. And I all of a sudden found myself not being Shelly anymore. I was not the girl that I used to be. I was not that athlete. I didn't have that extra spunk, that pep. I certainly didn't have the body. Sometimes I still felt like it inside, but you could tell that my shine was definitely dulled. So I found my coach via Instagram, had no clue what the hell I was getting into, had no clue what his superfood shake was, had no clue what a challenge group was, but I did it. I did it anyways because I was at a point in my life where I knew something needed to change because I didn't want to be that dull shell of a woman. I wanted to be Shelly again. I wanted to have a pep in my step. I wanted to feel confident and good about myself. And I saw all these amazing women on Instagram. I had recently gotten on there and I said, why not me? If these women are popping out babies and they look amazing and they look like they're enjoying life, enjoying beautiful foods, fueling their body, doing workouts and still being a mom and still being a wife and maybe still working that 9 to 5 like I was, then why the hell can't I? So that's when I joined my first challenge group. I had lost 24.5 pounds, 9% body fat, and 14.5 inches. Eureka, needless to say, I had drank in the Kool-Aid and I wanted some more because I was all in. So I signed as a coach actually because I wanted to continue my Shakeology and continue doing these programs. And who the hell wants to pay full price for something? I didn't. But I didn't think I was going to go save the world one shake at a time. That was not in the cards for me because my life then consisted of bustling my children to daycare. I had a 6-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old, 6, 2, and 4. So coaching wasn't on my radar. It was not on my radar. I just loved the way I felt, and it was very organic, as I always say, for me to coach, because I wanted to let everybody know that they could feel this way. If I could feel this way, and I was working a 9 to 5, and I was checking into this challenge group, and I was pressing play, and I was drinking this shake, and I was changing my lifestyle, and I felt this great, then why couldn't they? So that's how I became a coach, and it just like a floodgate of amazing things happened from there, because I was willing to share my story, so I was able to help the people around me. And it starts very, very quick, and it typically starts with those closest to you, because they see the change in you first. So that is what happened as far as how I got into coaching, very organically, like I said. However, before coaching and before this challenge group, I would bustle those kids off to daycare, and I would pay $1,500 a month daycare, and I would sit at that 9 to 5 effed up job, hating life with this funk, this cloud hanging over my head. And I didn't get to see my husband off to work. He had to run off to work. I didn't get to see my kids off to school the way I would have liked to, getting up and, doing breakfast and like you see in the movies, the little fairy tale. I didn't get that. Like, it was stress. We were grabbing food on the go. I ate fast food 3 times a day. When I tell people that, they're like, no, you didn't. Bullshit. Yes, it's true. I did. That was the pace of my life, and that's how I got in that condition. I was lethargic, and I couldn't keep up with these kids, and I was paying money for daycare, and I was working that damn 9 to 5. And when I was talking about time earlier in the video, let's think about years. As I sat there at that job, I had no 2-year plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan. I was never going to be the CEO of that company. I was never going to make more than my boss made. That was it for me. And I had a hell of a damn good job, you guys. 1 year into coaching, I was able to replace my full-time income that was $80K a year and walk away from that. And it was scary, but I took that leap of faith because I believe so strongly in what we did. And I wanted that fairy tale life. I wanted to be able to bring those kiddos home from daycare. I wanted to see them off to school. I wanted to see that husband off to work. And now I'm able to do that. Our school is a block away. I see my kiddos. I drive over there and go eat lunch with them. That's a day in the life now. So then was much different than what it is now, and it happened very organically. All I did was lead with an open heart. So I hope that really helps kind of to break down a synopsis. Obviously, when it comes to coaching, we have duties, we structure our day, but we do it on our terms, the way we want to. So for me, I wake up, I check in with my challengers, I check in with my challenge group, I check in with my coaches, my mentorship groups. That's the other amazing thing about this team, is when you start, you're set up with the tools to succeed. That's another reason why I wish I would have came into it the way you guys are, is kind of seeing what it is first and seeing that opportunity before me and striking sooner. But it's never too late to start a good thing. So I'm here today, and I'm living my truth, and I'm living my life by design, because I was the type of person who had lost sight of who I was, and I'm sure many of you guys feel like that right now, and you're looking for something more, and hopefully you've found it, and you'll find it in a way that is so gratifying and rewarding, you're going to want to share it from the rooftops. So live your life, live your sermon. I once heard a great speaker say, people rather see a sermon than hear a sermon. So now you're seeing this sermon, and this sermon comes by way of these women sharing their story and myself sharing mine. And I'm going to wrap it because I already went over. Mother of pearl. I can't keep it under control. But I hope this helps you guys. Have a great day, and we'll be joining soon. I think I'm like the last video. There's might be one more, and then we're going to pop into some Q&A. So don't be shy. Ask questions. Plug around, nose around, get to know people, comment. There's no such thing as a stupid question. We're here to help, open book, and hope to see you on the team. Talk to you later.